Excellent.
Introducing OnLive, the all-new way to play the hottest games anywhere. With OnLive, you can...
Okay, welcome back to set number 2, and it looks like we are going to have stats coming out for KT Rolster, and he's going to be playing a PvP against SPL aka Shy from Moongen Stars. That is Shy, right? Pretty sure. Maybe we should just start using their new IDs or something. Anyways. Whoops. Just knocked something over. Alright, there we go. So, yep, there is Shy. And looks like he's 3-5 this season, 1-2 against Protoss. And that one win, by the way, though, was a crucial win in set number 5 of the match between Stars and SKT on Tuesday, where he took out. Wait, was that Shy? Oh my God, my memory's so terrible. I think that was Shy, and he took out Flying. Let me actually just double check this. My handy dandy TLPD thing. Alright, Shy. Oh. No, it looks like I was mistaken. Oh, no, wait, what am I talking about? No, Flying took out Sun. No, Shy didn't play at all. Okay, I'm just like going crazy right now. Brr. Wow. Anyways, Stats versus Shy. The map is Jade. And looks like we're gonna go. Are we gonna ally color? No, we're just gonna stay. So it's gonna be Stats the brown Protoss in the bottom left. And that would make Shy the teal Protoss in the top left. So Shy, yeah, he's like, wait, what was his record again? Hold on, let me look again. He is. Oh wait, why doesn't it show? Wait, what the heck? Man, I'm like terrible with TLPD. I usually don't use TLPD very much, so I'm not the most adept at navigating it. Let me just click around a little bit. Anyway, it looks like their head-to-head score is 1-1 between these two guys. So that's pretty good. Stats is a pretty good player, so if Shy took a win off him, that's pretty good. I mean, it is PvP though, which is pretty volatile nowadays. I mean, we've seen a couple of notable losses by Bisu in this matchup. Anyways, looks like a gateway for both players. Both players going to scout horizontally, so they are going to see each other last. And oh, looks like we have a fun fact from I Play Things. He says PvP is Stats' best matchup. Yeah, that's interesting. So I guess that works in favor of Stats. Man, see, I should be able to see these things using TLPD. I'm just like horrible at using this thing. Anyway. Oh wait, can I see this? Yeah. Oh yeah, he's got a lot of wins in PvP. Nice. Anyway, Stats is actually really high in the ELO ranking too, by the way. Like last season, you know, Stats was like did pretty well for KT. But I don't know, at least for me, I still didn't consider him like a major go-to player, but this season he's been doing ridiculously well. I think TL actually put him as number 2 on the power rank or something. Yeah, because it's just like he and Flash are taking KT to victory after victory. I mean, to be fair, you know, obviously you have to have a third player as well doing it because of the new format. But anyways, looks like we got Zealots on the bottom of the ramps, blocking off probe scouts. So neither player's probe scout is actually going to get into the other opponent or their opponent's base, which means that we can actually see some earlier tech from these guys. You know, they don't have to wait for the first Dragoon to chase away the scouting probe. Although it looks like Stats is just going to be a little bit obnoxious with his probe there. Of course, probes do have 2 range, so they can actually attack a Zealot from out of range of the Zealot's attack. It's interesting, like a lot of times, you know, players will kind of use that to bait the Zealot out and into attacking them and out of position on the ramp, and then the probe will just kind of slip by and get a scout off, and it looks like that's what Stats is trying to do, but Shy is going to have none of it. Now Stats has already built a second gateway here. Of course, this is a reverse ramp map, like excuse me, a lot of the recent maps. And that does lend itself to, you know, more heavier Mass Dragoon styles like 3 or 4 gate goon. Or in this case, I guess a super fast second gateway for Stats. Meanwhile, on Shy's side, we are just seeing a 1 gate robo. Notice that he builds the robotics facility reasonably close to the bottom of his ramp. Of course, that does allow him to just get the Reavers out immediately in case he needs them for any kind of emergency defense. As soon as the Reaver finishes, it'll be right there at the ramp to help defend. And of course, if he decides to like rally that out later on, the Reavers can meander over to the rally point a little bit quicker. Anyways, we do have a 3 gate robo from Shy, but I mean, as you did see, he added on the second and third gateway a lot later than Stats' second gateway. Stats meanwhile going for a 2 gate robo. So Stats is going to have the momentary Dragoon advantage. Should have a couple of extra Dragoons here compared to Shy, but of course Shy will quickly catch up there due to his 3 gate production. Of course, if he and he is playing this defensively, it seems, as well. So you know, he's gonna have the shorter reinforcement route and everything like that if Stats decides to attack. Anyways, looks like Stats is actually sending his units up to attack, using the probe to get somewhat of a count of how many units Shy has. And it looks like he's actually just trying to sneak around the side there, so he doesn't have to engage head on against Shy's units on the high ground. He's actually just going to push these units back. Shy looking a little bit surprised there, as he should be. Now, Shy does have an extra Zealot, but you know, with good goon control, that's not really going to make too much of a difference. Although it looks like Stats is going to back off, sees the extra Dragoons coming out for Shy, and realizes that he no longer has the upper hand. However, he has expanded already, and looks like he's going for Reavers as well. Meanwhile, Shy just going for 3 gate goon with observers, so he's going to have a narrow window here where he's going to have the upper hand in Dragoons, and the Reavers are not going to be out yet to help defend that expansion. So, you know, if Shy plays this aggressively right now, he could do some nice damage here, and it looks like he's going to lose his observer. He might snipe a Dragoon there. No, not quite. And he's going to pull back here. And I think that was quite crucial for him losing that observer. He's not going to see that Stats already has an expansion up. So he's just expanding himself, but his expansion is quite a bit slower than Stats is. Yeah, look at this. Stats already transferring probes, and look at and actually making a shield battery for defense. Very, very interesting decision here to make that shield battery. Of course, I do believe that he will make the Reavers before a shuttle. Just slowly crawl those over to the natural, in which case having that shield battery will in fact be quite useful because he won't have a shuttle to do some fancy Reaver micro. But it looks like Shy is just going for the attack here. Stats actually tried to make an AI pylon there at the front, but Shy just moves in. Now the Reaver is coming out here. Is it going to get a shot off? It looks like it does get a pretty big shot off. Is Shy going to try and snipe this? It looks like, doesn't end up sniping the Reaver and has to back up here. So Shy giving up his goon advantage, and now there's really no way for him to press the attack. I mean, he's got no Reaver tech. He cut goon production a little bit to get that Nexus out. So I'd say Stats is in a very, very nice position right now. He got the faster tech. He got the faster expansion. He held off the initial Dragoon attack. I mean, there's really nothing more you could ask for in a PvP. Looks like Shy's own Reaver tech is up though. And these positions are kind of interesting because the back of, I mean, if you just look at the architecture of the map, Stats' natural is kind of, oh, looks like he's going to lose an observer. Stats' natural is kind of facing Shy's base, and the back of the natural is kind of vulnerable to Reaver harass. It's kind of like the mineral line is just pressed back against the cliff there, so you can just drop a Reaver on the edge and get a nice shot off. On the other hand, that does mean that Shy's main base is kind of facing the shortest shuttle path from Stats, but the main base, like, there's a lot of space on the bottom, and the minerals are kind of away from the edge, so it would be, I think in these positions, it does favor Shy a little bit in terms of Reaver harass. Of course, I'm sure Stats knows this and is well prepared to pull probes from his natural. Anyways, looks like Stats is poking up here a little bit. Shy just holding the position at the top of this ramp. And oh, actually, never mind. It looks like Stats is going into the natural. Why are the probes not being pulled? Okay, looks like they were pulled, and that's gonna dud. Yep. So, interesting. Anyway, looks like Templar Archives is up. That was a good move, by the way, by Stats. I mean, I was wondering, I was like, there's no way he's really gonna attack up that wide ramp. But instead, he was actually using the army to kind of like cover the shuttle to go and go around, swing around to the back of Shy's natural. Unfortunately, it didn't quite pan out for him. But it was a good move, no less. And it looks like we have a third base up for Stats, whereas Shy is actually adding on a bunch of gateways. So we're just gonna have a bit of downtime here until like the Templar tech gets up. Both players just teching up, gonna mass up some units. Interestingly, with Stats taking this faster third base, there might be a small window where Shy can just go and kill him. But you know, it's a nice defensive position here with this wide ramp, and I think it would be quite difficult for him to do that. I'm a little bit surprised that he's actually not scouting that third base. Like, I don't know why he doesn't have an observer there, or is like sending a random probe or something. Anyway, looks like he does have a probe of his own at his own third base, but once again, that's going to be slower. So he got his natural slower than Stats, and now he's going to get his third base way slower than Stats. And what? Wait, what is that? Oh, looks like he actually trapped the Dragoons back there, just having to shuttle them out. Looks like he's also getting a photon cannon behind his minerals there to help defend against any harassment. And it looks like going to load up his Reavers. Now, is this to harass, or is he actually going to go with all his units? He has made a couple Archons. This lends me to believe he's actually going to go for a huge attack here. Although he has taken his third expansion there, or third base rather. But here we go. The units are moving out. Looks like leg speed not quite finished on the Zelts. And is that DT really just going to run into the main base? No, cannon's there. You gotta run away. Does Shy not notice this? Or does he not care? Because he's not reacting at all. Are you kidding me? Shy! Shy! He just kills all the guys on the gas and leaves. He's like, well, job's a good one. And looks like Stats smartly has morphed a couple Archons of his own. Now I wonder, oh look at that, the DT's even going to block the ramp. That's going to prevent Dragoons from getting out. I don't think that stops Zealots though, unless he positions that a bit better. And looks like Shy's just going to run up the now ramp. Oh my god, this is a terrible idea. This is not a good engagement angle at all. Looks like the shuttle even gets chased away by those Dragoons. What the heck is Shy thinking here? I don't even understand. Wow, Shy. What is he even thinking? I don't even know. Anyway, looks like his third base is up, and he has killed that DT that was in his base. but I don't think he can attack anymore. Like, his timing is gone. Looks like his gateways are still rallied down though. You can see some speed loss. Oh wait, no, or wait, no, those were stats of speed loss. Never mind. Were they? I don't know. Whatever. So it looks like more gateways being added, of course, to take advantage of the extra income. Interestingly, the supply counts are quite close. 143 against 137. I would have expected. Well, actually, now that I think about it, maybe I wouldn't expect stats to be that far ahead because, of course, Shy did add on a lot of early gateways to try and maybe do like a huge mid-game attack there. So he does have a lot of extra supply in army. I would expect stats his economy though to be quite a bit better. It's more probes and whatnot. Anyways, looks like stats has now decided to move out a little bit. And ooh, by the way, I forgot to update the score on my overlay. Wow, I can't believe I just noticed that. Ay. My apologies. KT is up 1-0. Anyways, looks like a lot of units just camping there on the top of the ramp for Shy. You know, with the addition of those High Templars and the Storms, he should be okay against any attack from Stats. But Stats just gonna camp the the middle high ground here. Kind of a bit of a face-off here between the armies. Meanwhile, Stats is gonna take his 4th base at the bottom right natural. And looks like he's even got double forges upgrading. Looks like only a single forge for Shy. Yep, there's the Nexus. So, I mean, Shy is just being kind of outplayed overall in this game. I mean, I would actually chalk it up, though, a lot to his own mistakes, just attacking at bad angles, and I don't really know. I mean, you know, in a mirror matchup, it's really difficult to make good comebacks. There's not too much he can do right now. I don't know, maybe some fancy storm drops or something. Looks like he's just gonna poke out here with his Reavers. And Stats, if he's not paying attention, might actually lose both of these. Oh, he does take one Reaver shot, and then picks them up. And it looks like Shy's just going for it here. Storm on all of Shy's units. So where are Shy's Storms? Shy's Storms were a little bit late. The High Templar is lagging behind. And of course he is fighting an uphill battle here, literally attacking up a wide ramp. And gets completely demolished, gets pushed back here. Stats looking absolutely calm. Knows that he's in a fantastic position, and looks like he's just going to go for the attack now. I'm not sure if this is the best idea. Where are the Reavers, though? Where is his Reavers? He needs to drop his Reavers. He still has one Reaver left, it looks like. Storm does finish that off, and I don't think Stats can finish this off, can he? I don't know. It looks like he's just going to pick off the Reaver there, and, well, he does still have more Dragoons coming in. It looks like Stats actually is going to break through here. The KT coaches looking pretty happy about this. Of course, that would put KT up 2-0 over Woongjin Stars. And yeah, Stats is just going to go into the natural here. He's now got like a 50 supply lead, 127 against 80 supply. And looks like he's just going to do some fancy Dragoon micro. Oh, he actually snipes both observers of Shy, and that's going to let the two DTs actually just go to work on these L's. Oh my god, very interesting move right there. He had one observer there. He saw the two observers of Shy, takes them both down with the goons. And now there's nothing to see those DTs, and it looks like, oh god, Dragoons taking down the 3rd base of Shy. Of course, note that Stats' 4th base is probably up and running at this point as well. Shy is just completely dead. He's transferring probes through a DT. GG from Shy. And Stats takes set number 2. KT goes up 2-0 over Stars. KT, man, they're unstoppable now.
그래서 이번에 뽑은 번호가 16번, 16번